Softness coming through. We were down around 0.25% in South Africa today. It seems that the US markets were battling to find direction. We're waiting to hear Slovakia's vote on the EFSF fund. So again, we're still at the mercy of the US and Europe.
Good afternoon. Once again, we are, as you mentioned, at the mercy of international markets and those providing a driver rather than anything stock-specific or SA-specific on the local front. US market, probably a little bit of wait and see ahead of the Alcoa results, which are out at the close today. That also kicks off the US earnings season in earnest.
How important is that going to be, that Alcoa number? They're waiting for earnings of around 22 cents a share. Could it actually be market moving where it could determine sentiment going forward? It seems it's always a very sensitive time around US earnings season.
Alcoa's results will prove key for a number of the commodity plays going forward. Looking at the week as well, you've got numbers from JP Morgan and Google out as well this week. So those also to provide quite a bit of influence on the market rather than Alcoa itself.
Let's touch on some performance coming through today. We saw banks coming under slight pressure. They've been mostly a mixed performance. Anything that really stuck out for you? What I did notice is the likes of RMB Holdings and First Rand still coming under pressure despite going ex-div yesterday.
Looking at the banks, it was a mixed bag there. We had Absa losing ground, but what is quite surprising, First Rand actually holding up quite well on the day. They also managed to hold up well yesterday, considering that they lost about 6% in the dividend and only declined in the region of 3% or so yesterday. So a good performance there. RMB itself was weaker on the day, also weaker yesterday. It looks like that pricing in the dividend.
With regards to SASOL, we also know that it's going ex-div in the US actually tomorrow. It was ex-div in South Africa yesterday. Any specific play that you would like to have on that stock? Is it a good time to do a bit of a trade there?
SASOL, ex the dividend, also another one that performed particularly well yesterday. Also a good performer today, that on the back of oil, which has ticked up significantly over the last 4 days or so. But then you have seen that move in the equity markets themselves as well. SASOL, our view does remain that it looks attractive when looking at a number of other counters. Also, the earnings going forward look like they are going to start to come through.
Michael, what's your trade for the week? Any specific company that you're eyeing out?
Not really anything at the moment. A lot of it still very much dependent on what transpires in Europe. That Slovakian vote going to be key, and earnings-wise are going to be the big drivers going forward. Should we not have anything significant from the Europeans? That meeting there over the weekend did say that they've got 3 weeks to iron out the problems there. So we might still have a little bit of time. Fantastic. In and around moving there.